So then you can sit it too. Connor comes home tonight.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not going to try that. That's crazy. You know, I'm not doing that. And then, actually, I tried the traditional way again, and I was like, Andrea's usually right. So I had them look, and as soon as they looked at the camera, it all came out. It was as if that was the magical thing for them, to just kind of let all their stories go. And that happened with all three kids. I think that's pretty amazing for us as filmmakers to just have this evolve like that. So
I'd also say that when Sean said he didn't pick up a camera, it was 3 weeks. And going out to that tree and just talking to them, and we'd call and say, "You sending any footage back?" So 3 weeks of the producer saying, "Hey," but he was really did it.
How did you know it was happening? I mean, with the language barrier, did you by then know their body language to know that there was stuff coming out? Because I'm assuming that you weren't stopping really to get translation.
Yeah, I mean, we worked with a translator. The question is, how did we know how certain things were happening? How did we know what they were saying? That stuff, and you start to understand. I mean, you really do start to understand what the kids are saying by their expressions. So, let you hear my story. I was waiting to see if you would come find me. Because you didn't, I'll let you film. So that's kind of how we found them. We wanted the three kids to represent different aspects of how the children had been affected by the war. Because, I mean, all those kids you see dancing are affected in a similar way. I mean, everybody in that camp is affected. It's not like three special kids.
Over 2005 and 2006, I mean, it was basically a 1.5-year process from start to finish of when we first started filming to when we finished the edit. But it was 12 weeks in the build, divided into 2 trips. I mean, it was basically a 1.5-year process from start to finish of when we first started filming to when we finished the edit. But it was 12 weeks in the build, divided into 2 trips. And then the next question for you was...
Any effect on the re-signing of peace accords in July?
Well, that's a kind of an ongoing and very complicated peace process. I mean, this is, the peace process there's been many points in the peace process over the last 20 years where you feel like maybe this is something that's really, fruitful is going to come of this. And I would say right now is the most potentially hopeful part of what's going on. The most serious eyes are looking on this, but at the same time, I think that, there isn't really anything that has been signed that people feel like is really going to make a difference. Joseph Kony has still not come forward. He's the rebel leader of the LRA, and the ICC has an international warrant after his arrest.